It's gotta be because of the small t trauma, right? Like, there's, like, literally no other explanation for why I am so freaked out to do something that is really objectively, like, not that scary. All day long, like, all I do is talk to myself, like, full on philosophical conversations, and yet, when I come here and go to put the camera on, it's like a deer in headlight situation. A deer in headlights is like the freeze response, trauma response. So, clearly, I have some trauma that I am responding to by freezing. But what is that trauma? Honestly, like, I really don't remember a lot from my childhood. Like, I had a happy childhood. Whatever trauma it is, it begins with a lowercase t. But what is it? Hmm. I can't really think of like any memory that I have of formative years, 0 to 7. It's kind of like a dream. Like, the more I think about it, the more the memory kind of dissipates, and I'm not exactly sure the pieces that I'm putting together. What is that formative memory moment that is just beyond the grasp of my memory? If I could just figure out, if I could just remember, like, what happened to me, and it probably isn't anything that anyone else or even myself in a retrospect looking back would even consider this to be like a significant thing. It was probably as insignificant and non-memorable as like an eye roll. At one point in my formative years, my parents, one or the other or in unison, rolled their eyes at me, and I've been stuck ever since. Maybe, or maybe they laughed at me. Maybe they told me, you're not really good at that, so you shouldn't do it. Maybe they told me I was being too loud and I was annoying and I should go away. Ooh, we're having like a therapy session today. You're welcome, internet. You are too loud, lower your voice is like a constant critique I've had throughout my life. I'd like to think that now, as a 40-year-old adult, I have gotten a handle on my volume control, but I do naturally have a very loud and projecting voice. I feel like I can sometimes knock people over with the volume of my voice. I have a very loud voice. And I can see how sometimes when I was younger, I would not necessarily be aware of how loud my voice was. And for that to be like a problem, I was being too loud, which is kind of annoying, which is why they told me to go away and thus enacted 20, 30, 35, 40 years of small t trauma on me. It's not my fault that I have a loud voice. It's kind of amazing to have a loud voice. I have the ability to be heard. Some people can get up and scream at the top of their lungs and you can't hear them at all. Maybe they didn't want me to speak loudly because they were afraid of what I might say. Maybe it wasn't how loud I was speaking. Maybe if I was speaking so loudly, but they liked what I was saying, they wouldn't have told me to stop and that I was annoying. Why is it that I struggle so much to just talk? And it's got to be because of the small t trauma, right? Like, there's like literally no other explanation for why I am so freaked out to do something that is really objectively like not that scary. I'm not talking about this being viral live to like millions of people. No. In my wildest dreams, like 1,000 people will see this. When that happens, it's like pretty amazing and awesome, and like I'm super grateful and amazed when that happens. It's not even like a scary bad thing. So like, why am I afraid to be seen? Maybe I'm afraid to be seen, or rather afraid to be heard, because I don't want to say anything too loudly that is stupid or bad or annoying. Well, the good news is that we are not in the olden days of the 1980s when I grew up, when I was in person being loud and annoying you, and you had to tell me to physically leave the room. Now in 2025, if you don't like it and I'm annoying you, just push stop or turn it off or lower the volume. It's going to be good, tchotchkes. I know we got a little serious today. I was not planning on having like a full therapy session, but it happened. We're just going for real here, so it happened. And you know what? I actually feel better. That was very cathartic. So thank you. I hope you got something out of this experience. Just watching, knowing that you, whatever you are doing, whatever you're struggling with, whatever insignificant small t trauma that you have that you think is ridiculous, that it's holding you back because it's just so trivial that you can't even bother to remember it. Don't be too hard on yourself. We all deal with it. It's part of being human. The whole experience of being human is just crazy and mind boggling. And I have a feeling that we're probably going to start talking about it all, but not right now. Right now, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a beat. This is going to be good. We're going to have fun. Feel free to adjust the volume. And until next time, keep calm and cha-cha on.